Over the years, we've hunted with lots of people all over the state. From the Wrigley's to Lacassane, to Wham Break and most of the other WMAs, to Catahoula Lake and the timber in the Upper Ouachita. On each trip, you see a different side of the state and you get to meet the unique folks that inhabit that area. On this trip, we headed down to the mouth of the Atchafalaya River to hunt with the Duk Nutz crew. When you think of Louisiana, you think of two things: good food and good people. Now, we grew up here, we've been all over the state, but no trip has felt more Louisiana than this one. We've been following Hunter for a few years on social media. The guy gets ducks. He's also the inventor of the friction-based decoy weight system called Duk Nutz. It's a great idea. Here's how it works. Friction keeps the nut in place on the line, and when you stretch it, it briefly skinnies up and the nut slides to whatever depth you want it set. At the end of the hunt, you pull the weight back to the decoy and toss it in a bag or the bottom of a boat, and you stay 100% tangle-free. If you want to pick up a few bags and follow some good content, lots of ducks and some good humor, check out Duk Nutz and the Fish Hunter on the Big 3. We've been wanting to hunt with these guys for a couple years now, and we finally got the invite. So we packed up and headed south to Amelia, near the mouth of the Atchafalaya River. You ready to shoot some ducks though, bro?
Yes. I brought 6 boxes of shells.
We should be good. Oh, nice, there's Justin. Hey, where are we going, man?
Bayou Buff is right here, and then this is just a little navigate. Like, it's not even a navigation canal; it's just a little cut through.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna get into the intercoastal, and then the Cheyenne, Bayou Cheyenne.
Okay.
And that runs all the way out to Atchafalaya River.
We took the 30-minute boat ride to their camp in the marsh. The Andrews brothers have been hunting here their whole lives. Hunter explained that we were gonna hunt the edge of the lease in a small pond where the blue wings have been. He wanted to save the big ducks for the next morning when our friend Hunter Marcel would be here.
What's good about where we going, the water drop, so the grass came out, so the decoys we just throw. We don't even pull the nuts down for where we going, which is right there.
Go make another spin, Justin. Outside or inside the decoy? Outside.
Y'all hunted yesterday?
We saved this place.
Just hasn't been hunted in
A week, huh?
since Friday.
We rode out to the floating blind, opened the Lambo doors, and slid into place with 5 minutes to spare. Where's the ducks, Jeffrey? Where's the f***ing ducks? Oh, look, there's 2 right there.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, that was great.
Booyah!
Look right here.
The ground opened up.
Kill him. Kill him. Oh, yeah. Nice, man.
Commanding the nation, but you were bloody and battered before the day was through. You like
Hey, coming up right here on the right. Nice. Look, left. Shoot him. Take him. Take it.
Roll it.
Okay, hit it again.
Oh, good.
That's hauling more ass.
You mother.
You right again. It was a quick hunt. The last bird of the limit sailed off into the grass, so Hunter went to look for it. We got our 4-man limit, and we were able to save the big water for tomorrow. We picked up our birds, all blue wings with one nice mottled drake.
Definitely got the drake. That's a pretty good one, man.
Yeah, he's full color too. Oh yeah, look at him, how big his back feathers are. That might be the one for me.
We grabbed the decoys and headed back to camp. On the way in, we found this bird that needed a little help.
Ow. They stick you bad too when they get you.
That's crazy. Lucky it don't have a barb on it.
Pretty bird.
They're all plumaged up too.
Oh yeah. That'd be a mojo off.
It was around that time that Hunter Marcel showed up. Marcel owns an AC business in Houma, and he does camera and drone work. He's a big part of the ProDrive family. So we got organized, cut some brush for the next day, did a little fishing, and then headed downriver to the big camp for some food. We met the rest of the Andrus family there and had the go-to Cajun lunch, hot boudin. For those not in the know, boudin is a pork and rice mixture with spices, sort of like dirty rice, that's packed into a pork casing. There's nothing better in the world. How do you know when boudin is ready?
When it's hot.
Now, everyone's got their favorite, but no matter what you think, raised boudin on 182 in Opelousas is the best thing you'll ever put in your mouth. Jeff, let me see how you eat that boudin, though.
It's hot.
After lunch, we felt like it was time to give a little back and do our part to help preserve Louisiana's fragile coast by removing a destructive and invasive species. In the late 1800s, the coypu, or nutria rat as it's known here, was brought from South America to Louisiana as part of the fur trade. But as demand for fur decreased in the 1900s, fur farms went bankrupt and they released these nutria into the wild. These rodents eat the roots of plants, strip the wetlands of aquatic vegetation, and burrow underground, causing an enormous amount of erosion and loss of our coast. It got so critical that in 2002, Louisiana put a bounty on them. $5 for every nutria tail you could bring in. They're a pest and they need to be removed. So you get a boat, grab your friends, throw in some shotguns, and maybe a few cold ones, and you got one hell of a good time. For conservation, we're about to get rich.
Wait, much more on the back.
He's running.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, baby.
I'm gonna shoot him again.
Get him, Jeffrey! That's the little holes they make?
Yeah. Nooses everywhere, boy! Damn.
We only got one out of all
I
that.
thought he said 10 feet.
That was, look.
You're not gonna get much better of a coat. You're taking it.
Look at the blue they got on there.
What kind of mount are you gonna put on?
Iridescence. A dead mount. Hanging.
Oh, that would be cool with his tail like that?
With his gut.
Get him a stiff mounted tail and put
Yeah.
a toilet paper roll right next to your bathroom. You'll be doing a handstand.
No, I'm gonna get him sitting on his back feet, holding the toilet paper holder in his mouth. Right by my toilet.
That's all.
I got one round left. Keep coming with it.
Ran into the bushes right
There you go. Don't worry about him. We got another. That was fucking brutal.
I just want to go and make a big gravy with all these tails.
It was the end of an awesome day one. Back at camp, the Andrus family had cooked up a duck gravy with white beans and rice that tasted even better than it looked. We ate up and then it was lights out. For the last morning, we headed back upriver to the lease to get the big ducks.
These camera bags out.
Are we gonna shoot some cans or something, man?
Yeah. Canvas bags, ring necks. That's our specialties. So yesterday we hunted an isolated pond here on the side. Got a good limit of blue-winged teals and a mottle duck. We seen some fresh birds all morning moving to the open water. We seen a lot of ringies, some cans. Hopefully today we're gonna be targeting canvasbacks. So what we're doing this morning, we have 2 boats. We're gonna be setting roughly 400 decoys. One boat's gonna be moving the blind out to the center to lock in where the cans were positioned with the coots. We got probably 200 coot decoys we'll be putting out with a few divers mixed in, also a few puddlers, and sunrise is coming up not far away. Let's see what we can do.
He's dead. Watch, he's about to fall out the sky. Watch this. Dead duck. There he goes. He's done.
I would have paid you, stayed to love, caught your love, feather low love, but there's nothing more for me to enjoy your.
Shoot it.
For me to
Shoot the bird.
I implore you, honey.
Look left, right here, right here.
With the rice fields is dry.
Well, I guess you couldn't wear that crown. Strong with the waist.
Yeah, boy.
I told you, I
All those same, but we ride the waves.
That's a hit. Hey, that's a hit.
It's a headshot.
Get it. Oh.
Oh, y'all suck. Somebody f***ing shoot that.
Shoot that turkey, Jeff.
Look up, y'all. Jeez. That's all cans, dude. Don't even shoot.
That's mostly cans.
Four cans working on my side.
Yeah.
Watch these 4 different spots. Look them 5 cans working to the front, dropping hard.
Where at?
No.
Damn, dude.
No. Maybe there's 3, maybe. No, to the left.
I was
So, let him say. We got a ringneck on the decoys on my side.
Hey, 3 dropping in on your side. 3 cans in the front, 4 cans.
The canvasbacks put on a show that morning. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get them to do right. A couple shy of our limit, it was time for a snack.
Oh yeah, bro.
I want you all in right now.
You got one coming.
See if there's a drake. Break on the left.
Breaking out face.
Coming.
Say here.
Do something for the film.
Before we could even eat, the hunt was over. That's them. It was a special trip. Spending time exploring the Atchafalaya River, seeing a huge number of ducks, hanging out with the Andresses, a beautiful South Louisiana family with that one-of-a-kind Cajun hospitality. It was good times with great friends, and we can't wait to do it again next year.
Time and again. Time to be brave. Content to the phrases that I don't win mazes to some kind of pages. That's for my sister. That's for my maple. It's like going the road I'd known as a child of God, nor to become stable. Am I depending in what I'm defending? Do we get to hold what faith provides? Fold your hands into mine. Do I believe it? Shield every time.
That's what I mean.
I don't understand why it's sliding one way and it won't slide the other. Will it slide this way freely?
Oh yeah, watch.
It's when you pull the string, it gets skinnier.
Okay.
Or if, like, when we're really getting it, let's say we out there and we want to throw 100 decoys quick, but we only got to go a foot down, like this morning, because the grass was 3 inches underwater. Take them, foot down, toss them out. It stays in place. Picking them up, it's easier to just give it a quick slide.
Yeah. Very cool, dude.
Where were you when you came up with that?
Whew, between 15, 20 years ago, I was a kid with very cold hands and tangled up decoys in the front of the pirogue, fighting, trying to get out the spread. So a lot of a lot of fighting and thinking came into what we can get for a friction system, but slowly it went to a nut with an insert, plastic insert in the middle with a smaller bored hole, and came up with the Duk Nutz.